Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we're gonna learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we're gonna learn something new, something different in HTML, CSS and Vue.js. Okay, and guys, in this video, we're gonna learn how to validate your client-side form using Vue.js. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. In this video, in this session, we are going to learn how to validate your client-side form using Vue.js. Okay, guys, as you all know, being a front-end developer, it is very important, it is very necessary to learn how to validate your client-side form using JavaScript or Vue.js. Okay, so guys, in this video, in this session, we are gonna completely learn how to validate your client-side form by using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, just to show you guys, I have already built an example. So let me go to the example and let me explain you the example, what I mean and what we are going to learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so let me go to the example first. So guys, this is the example I have already built using HTML, CSS and Vue.js. Okay, as you can see here guys, the text complete Vue.js form validation in easy way. Okay, yes guys, you read it right. So guys, in this video, we are going to learn completely how to validate your client-side form using Vue.js. Okay, and guys, I already told you it is very compulsory. It is very important to learn client-side form validation being a front-end developer. Okay, so guys, trust me guys, after watching this video, after this session, you will know how to validate your client-side form using Vue.js. Okay, in a easy way. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we have got a form and we have got some fields also like username, mobile number, email, password, gender and select course. Okay, so this is a drop down, this is a select box from where you can select the course. Okay, as of now I have given math, science and history. Okay, you can guys add n number of course, multiple number of courses in this select box, and it will be true or validate all the things by using Vue.js in this video, in this session. Okay, so guys, now let me just hit the button submit now and then see what happens. Okay, is the form will be submitted, or it will ask you to please fill all the details or all the input fields like username, mobile number, email, password, gender and course. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna hit the button submit now and then see what happens. So hit the button submit now. See guys, you got the alert, form contains errors, please correct them. Press the button OK. See, boom guys, as you can see here, we have got the username is required, mobile number is required, email is required, password is required, gender is required and selector course is also a required field. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to learn how to validate form, this kind of form validation, okay, using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now let me just fill the input fields first. So put this, put mobile number, anything. So guys, as of now I have given only 8 digits. Okay, and now let me just hit the submit button. See, again you get the alert, form contains error, please correct them. So hit the button OK. See, boom guys, invalid mobile number. So let me just put some again 2 digits. So now hit the button submit now. See guys, form contains error, please correct them. So hit OK. So guys, now it is saying email field is required, so we have to also fill the email also. Okay, so guys, as of now I am giving some random number into email field. Okay, so let me see what it asks. See guys, you have to include @. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna put some valid email address and I am gonna remove the .com from here. Okay, and let's see what happens. See, you got the alert again. See, invalid email format. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we have got the error also, invalid email format. Okay, so guys, we have to put actual email address, then only it will allow you to submit the form. Okay, so now I am gonna put the actual email address. So this is my email address. I am gonna again hit the button submit now. See guys, now it is asking password field is required. Okay, so now guys I am gonna only put numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna only put numbers guys, 1 2 3 4 5 up to 6. Okay, so now hit the button submit now. Again guys you got the error, please correct them. See guys, password must be at least 8 characters. Okay, see guys here, password must be at least 8 characters. Okay, so guys now I am gonna put 7 8. Okay, so as of now we have got the 8 characters in our password fields. Okay, so now I am gonna hit the button again submit now. Again you got the alert. See, boom guys, as you can see here, password must contain a combination of alphanumeric character. Okay, so guys we have to enter alphabet as well as number into the password field, then only it will allow you to submit the form. Okay, as you can see here the error, password must contain a combination of alphanumeric character. Okay, so guys now I am gonna put some alphabetic character also. So I am gonna hit some random alphabetic character. Now I am gonna hit the button submit now. See guys, again you got the error, please correct them. Okay, see, boom guys, now we don't have any error in username, mobile number, email or password. Now we have the error in gender and select a course. Okay, so guys now I am gonna hit the radio button mail, and now again I am gonna hit the button submit now. Let's see what happens. See guys, it is compulsory, it is mandatory to select a course. Okay, so we have to choose the course. So I'm gonna put the science. So guys now I hope we have rectify all the errors in the input field in the form. So guys now I'm gonna hit the button submit now. So hit the button submit now. See guys, as you can see here we have got the alert also, form submitted successfully. See guys, now our form got submitted successfully because we have rectified all the errors, all the we have filled all the input field correctly. Okay, so guys now I am gonna hit the button OK, and let's see what happens then. See, boom guys, here you can see the text form submitted successfully, and here you can see the user details. So guys, this is the username I have submitted, and this is the number. Okay, I will correct it later. So this is the number guys, this is the email address I have submitted, and this is the number I have submitted, and this is the password I have given into the form field. Okay, so guys in this video we are gonna learn this kind of form validation using HTML, CSS and Vue.js. Okay, so again hit the button guys. See, so guys now you can't submit the form if you are having any error on your form. Okay, so guys you have to rectify all the errors, then only you will be able to submit the form. Okay, and then only you will it will allow you to submit the form. Okay, so guys in this video we are gonna learn how to validate this kind of form, this kind of form validation using HTML, CSS and Vue.js. Okay, so let me just correct one thing guys. Let me just correct one thing. So guys, this will be the okay, so put here mobile and put here email. Okay, put here email. So guys now save your code. Now refresh the page first, and now fill the form first, and then see. So give admin, okay, and give mobile number this, and give email address to this, and give password also. So as of now guys I have just only given alphabetic character. Okay, and I have not given any number into the password field. Okay, so guys as you all know, this password field requires alphanumeric character, which means guys we have to put alphabet as well as number also into the password field. Okay, so guys now I am gonna hit the button submit now. See, you got the error, you got the alert, form contains error, please correct them. So click the OK button. See guys, password must be of at least 8 character. So I have given only alphabet of 8 length. So hit the button now. See, boom guys, password must contain a combination of alphanumeric characters. Okay, so we have to put alphabet as well as number also into the password field. Okay, so now I am also giving the some number also into the input field, password field. So now I am gonna hit the button submit now. See, guys, you have to choose the gender also, and you have to choose the course also. Okay, it is mandatory, it is compulsory. So hit the male and choose the course also. This time I am going with the history. So now submit the button and then see, form submitted successfully. See guys, form submitted successfully, and user details is this. Username is admin, and this is the number I have given, and this is the email I have already given into the input field of email address, and this is the password field. This is the password I have given. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, after the form submission, I have also cleared all the input field, all the input box. Okay, so guys, it is also very very much important that after the form submission, guys, you should be able to clear all your fields, all your input box of the form. Otherwise, what user will do, he will try to he will try to submit same information again and again. So guys, this will create error into the database where you are submitting the form details. Okay, so it is very good practice to clear all your form form field or form data after the submission of the form. Okay, and guys, as you can see here, I am also displaying the user information, what user have entered into the form input field. Okay, as you can see here, this is the username admin, this is the number this, and this is the email address this, and this is the password this. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna completely learn how to validate your client side form using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. I hope guys, this video will be very engaging and very entertaining as well, so that you can watch the entire video. And guys, it's my word, it's my promise guys, after watching this video, after having this session, you will be you will be well versed that how to validate your client side form using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn how to validate this kind of form using Vue.js. Okay, but guys, before starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel CodeWithER, and please press the bell icon also. And guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please guys, like all my videos, which will give me the confidence, which will give me the motivation to make awesome videos on each and every topic of web development, full stack. Okay, so that you can learn and you can become a full stack developer, and also you can grow in your career personally as well as professionally. Okay, so please guys, it's a humble request, please subscribe to my YouTube channel CodeWithER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, and thank you guys who has already subscribed to my YouTube channel CodeWithER, and thank you to also those guys who has not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel CodeWithER. Please guys, trust me, I am making a lot of hard work, lot of hard efforts to make videos on each and every topic of full stack development, web development, so that you guys can learn and you guys can be a well versed in any kind of field, in any kind of technology. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn how to validate this kind of form using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now I am going to the code editor. So let me go to the code editor now. So create a new page first. So form validate, okay, Vue.html. Okay, so save the page now. So now create HTML template. So give code with ER Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so guys, by now you all know that my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer. I am working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so guys, first of all, I would like to paste some of the serial link from the previous example only. Okay, so let me go to the previous example. So this is the example. So just copy this Syrian links from here and paste it here. I will explain you guys. As you can see guys, this is the local path for my bootstrap file. Okay, this is the local path for my bootstrap file. As you can see here, I have got the folder name css, and inside that I have got the file bootstrap.min.css. and guys, this is the font awesome link. Okay, CDN for the font awesome. Okay, so as you can see here, font awesome.min.css. okay, so let me just paste some of the more Syrian links from the previous example only. So I am gonna copy this Syrian link from here and just go to the code, and above the closing body tag just paste it here. Okay, so I don't think guys be required sweet alert in this session. Okay, let it be just here. So yeah, as you can see here guys, this is the Syrian link for sweet alert 2. As you can see here, sweet alert 2.all.min.js. so guys, it contains both the file css as well as javascript. Okay, and guys, this is the local path for my vue.js. okay, as you can see here, I have got the folder named js, and inside that I have got the file vue.global.js. okay, so guys, now we have pasted all the required Syrian links in our file. So guys, now start coding. Okay, so just create a container. So create a div, give it a class as a container, and give margin top also 5 and give margin bottom also 5. And first of all, close this div, and inside this div guys, I'm gonna create h1 element first. So h1, and close this h1. Just give some class also. So give text center and text info, or give text dark only. Okay, and just inside this learn complete. Okay, complete form validation in vue.js. okay, so guys, as I already mentioned you in the beginning of the video, so guys, being a front-end developer, being a front-end designer, it is very important guys to learn form validation. Okay, so that it will make your application, it will make your software really cool and really awesome at the same time, because any user so that user will be not able to submit anything into your database which will consume your resources, which will consume your database. And you guys, after having that kind of data into your database, it is not going to count. Okay, so it is very important, it is very compulsory to learn form validation, so that user will be only able to submit the required data, user will be only able to submit the necessary information, necessary data into your database, into your form. Okay, so now let's go back to the code editor, and guys, below this h1 I'm gonna create another div. So give it a class as a row. Okay, and close this div, and inside this div guys, okay, we will write our, so I'm gonna create a guys script tag first. So just go below this and create a script element. So create a script tag, and inside this I'm gonna create a const first. So give app equal to view dot create app, and okay, and inside this I'm gonna write the data function which will return all the properties. Okay, so it will return all the properties, and now we have to mount also. So dot mount, and we have to put our id. So I'm gonna give only app only. Okay, so guys, now we have to mount. Okay, so guys, now we have to mount this div with this instance of vue.js. okay, so guys, now we have to attach or we have to link this div with this instance of vue.js. okay, so guys, now I am gonna copy this app id from here. Okay, as you can see here, I have given hash, which means this is an id. So now I am gonna put here id as a app only. Okay, so guys, now just to check what we generally do, we generally put double curly braces, and inside this we perform some simple calculation, okay, just to check that our view.js have been linked to this div, okay. So now just put double curly braces, and I will put 4 plus 4 plus 4. So guys, ideally we should be getting 12, okay. So now just save the code, copy the file path, okay, go to the browser, open a new tab and paste it here, and just remove this and put localhost, okay. So now hit the enter. See guys, now here as you can see here guys, they're getting 12, which means our view.js instance have been attached to the div, okay. So now we are good to go, and write the code inside this div app with the id app, and view will parse it and we will display the result as an output for you, okay. So yeah guys, now first of all we have to create a form. So guys, now I'm gonna create form first. So create a form, so create a div first, give it a class as a call lg6 only, okay, and call xl6 also, give call sm12 and give call access12 also, okay. So guys, this is all predefined bootstrap classes, okay. So close this div, and guys, inside this div create a form. So give class also as my form, okay, as my form, and give id also as my form. Guys, it is very good practice to give id as well as class on on each and every element inside your HTML code, okay. Then only guys it will be easy for you, so that you can target this kind of this form in your CSS file also, or in your JavaScript also, okay. So that's why guys I have given here class as a my form and id as a my form also. So close this form first, and guys, in this form we have to inside this form now we will define our input box, okay. We will define our input box. So just create a div, give it a class as a form group, okay, and just close this div, and inside this div guys I'm gonna create a label. So label, close this label first, and give as a user name, okay, give username and give some attribute also. So give 4 equal to user name, okay. And guys, below this label we have to create a input field, okay. So input field type of text, and give class also as form control, and yeah, give the placeholder also as please enter your name, okay. And yeah, so as of now just give some p also. So guys, we will be able to here inside this p we will be able to display our errors, okay. Whatever will be the error guys, we will display inside this p element, okay. So guys, give some class also as error, okay, and we will also give our v if, okay. I will explain you later. So give v if equal to, and error, so give error dot user name, okay, error dot user name, and here we will display our errors, okay. So guys, as I have already mentioned you guys many times that whatever expressions or whatever output you want to display on the page, on the UI front, you have to write each and everything inside the double curly braces if you are working with the view.js, okay. Guys, always remember the this statement of mine, that guys, whatever you want to display in the front end, in the UI part, you have to write guys each and everything inside the double curly braces. Whatever guys, it will be a function, it will be a expression, you have to write inside the double curly braces, then only it is gonna display output in the UI Okay, so now I'm gonna write here also give as here. So I'm gonna write here also errors dot username. Okay, errors dot username. Okay, so guys, now just save your code and go to the browser and refresh your page first and then see what happens. Okay, so it will be showing an error that username is not defined. Okay, yeah, so as of now just comment this, because this is an view.js expression. So as you can see here, we have not defined anything. So just comment this out and save your page, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, yeah, so now guys, we can see, so we have to give also here, also give justify content, give justify content center. Okay, and give mx also auto. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so guys, now this looks like this. Okay, so guys, now we just have to copy this. Okay, so we just have to copy this and we have to paste. Let me see how many times. So yeah, 1 2 3 and 4 times. Okay, so guys, I am just doing this just to save our time. Okay, and I have already explained you guys, this is nothing, this is just HTML part. And I hope guys, if you are learning here Vue.js, you must be well versed with the HTML part also, that how to create a form. Okay, and all that. Okay, so save your code. First of all guys, just change something. So here give before, like after the username, give mobile number, and just give ID also. So give ID also as a username. Okay, give the ID also as a username, and give this here, give mobile. Okay, and give the ID also as mobile, give ID also as mobile. Okay, and just change the placeholder. Please enter your mobile. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. And just change the error also to mobile. Okay, so just change this to username to mobile, and here also mobile. Okay, so guys, I will explain you guys each and everything. Just be here and watch the entire video. Okay, so give type as tell for mobile number. Okay, and here guys, instead of username, we have to put our email. So email, and give email also, and give ID also as email. Okay, give ID also as email. Yeah, and just change this to please enter your email. Okay, placeholder. So give also errors dot username as a email, and refresh this also, replace this also as a email. Okay, so now this will be our last. So give as a password. So give password, and change this to password also, and give ID also as password. Okay, only. So give password. Yeah, and change this to also password. Okay, so change this to also password, and this also as a password only. Okay, so now guys, just save your code, go to the browser and just check if there is any mistakes or any error. So just refresh the page now. Yeah, we have our email and password. Okay, so okay, this looks fine, username, mobile number, email and password. And now we just have gender and select course. Okay, so guys, just to save our time guys, I'm gonna copy this this gender and select course from the previous example only guys. Okay, and I will explain you guys what it is all about, and I hope guys you will be able to understand. Okay, because guys, you are learning here Vue.js, so you must be well versed with the HTML part. Okay, so just copy this from here and just go to your code and paste it here. Okay, paste it here. So see guys, this is the I have also written the comment here also, gender radio buttons. Okay, so guys, this is the div form control, and this is the label, okay, for gender, and this is the input type as a radio, and I have given here also value as a male. Okay, value also as a male, and this is also for label for male, and this is label for female. Okay, and this is the input box for female, as you can see here. So gender, okay, male female, and this is the other. Okay, and this is other. Okay, so as you can see here guys, label for female, and this is the radio button, type radio, and I have given also value as other, female, and value also as other. Okay, and I have also given here errors. Okay, if errors dot gender, and I will display the error here also if there is any error. Okay, so now I'm gonna copy this select from the previous example only. Okay, just to save our time guys. Okay, and nothing else. I can create this, but guys, this will take some time, and I hope guys you will be knowing like how to write your HTML. Okay, so just paste it here. So guys, as you can see here, I have given the comment also, select course and make it mandatory. Okay, so guys, this is the div, it has got the class also, form group, and here also label, select course. Okay, and here is the select, and I have given here also ID course, and class also form control, and I have given here v model form data dot course. Okay, so we will define it later into the view.js. And guys, this is the option. Okay, I have given here value math, and text also math. This is also value, given science, and the value also text also science, and I have given here also option, and here value also history, and the text also history, and I have written the comment also, add more courses as needed as required. Okay, and here below this select, I am displaying the error also inside the P. I am saying here v if errors dot course, dot course, if there is any error, I will display the error also. Okay, of the course, like you have to choose, because I already told you here also comment is also written here, make it mandatory. Okay, so this is mandatory field, you have to choose, you have to fill all the input field, all the select box, all the radio buttons on the form, then only you will be able to submit the form, then only you will be able to hit the like submit button. Okay, and then only your form will be submitted. Okay, so now I am gonna copy the button also from here. So just copy this button here. I will explain you, I hope you will understand it. This is nothing, this is just a button. Okay, submit button. So just paste it here, and guys, I have given here form control as a class to this div, and inside this div guys, I have created a button here, and I have given the class bootstrap classes button and button warning, and I have given the type as a submit, and the text also submit now. Okay, so guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so as of now we are not able to see anything because we have enabled view.js here. Okay, so just comment this, because I have not written any view.js code as of now. So just comment this p also, and yeah, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so first of all guys, let me just define something into the view.js instance. Okay, then only we will be able to see the form. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create some of the properties, some of the attributes, okay, inside the view.js. Okay, so guys, now in the return we have to write form data, and we will create an object. Okay, we will create an object of all the input fields. Okay, so we will create an object, and initially it will be empty. Okay, and I will write you I will add the comment also guys for you, so that it will give you some kind of hint to understand the code, to get the code. Okay, So just give username, and as of now just assign the empty string. Okay, so just give comma and give email also, and give colon, just assign the empty string, and give mobile also, and put colon, assign this to empty also, and give password also, and assign this to empty string also, and give gender also, gender, and give colon, and assign this to also empty string, and last give course. Okay, so give course also, so give course also, and put colon, and assign this to empty string also. And guys, now I will write the comment for you only. Okay, so that it will understand, it will give you the idea, some kind of hint to get the code. Okay, so initialize the form field, so initialize the form fields. Okay, form fields, and just comment this code, and copy this code, and paste here also, and paste here also, and paste here also, and paste here also, and paste here also. Okay, and we will change the text. Okay, add mobile number field to form data. So I will say add mobile number field to form data. Okay, form data. So just copy this, so just copy this, and just paste this, just replace this all the text. Guys, I am doing this, guys, just for you. Okay, so that it will give you understanding, guys. Okay, so guys, as you all know that my motto is just to give you details, in-depth knowledge about each and everything. Okay, so just we will change the mobile number, so just we will change this to mobile, just change this to this change to email. Okay, email, and change this to mobile, and email, or password. Okay, and gender, so gender, and just course. Okay, so course. Okay, so guys, now just give comma here also, and we will initialize something again. So just submitted form data. Okay, submitted form data. Okay, and just create an empty array. Okay, store submitted form value, so just give comma here, and write the comment store. Okay, store submitted form value. Okay, value or data, whatever, or give data also, slash data. Okay, and now we will create an array, what can I say, array, empty array, or object. Okay, so put comma, and give double forward slashes, and initialize, give the comment also, initialize. Okay, the error. Okay, errors object to store the validation. Okay, validation error. Okay, so just little bit, give some space, make little bit indentation to the left. Okay, yeah, so now it will be in the same line. Okay, so errors. Okay, so yeah, so now I hope, guys, you will be able to get it. Okay, so guys, I hope you will be able to get it, my code, what I am writing here. Just guys, whatever I'm doing here, guys, just for you. Okay, so that it will give you the like clear understanding of the code. Okay, whatever I am writing here, so is give is submitted also. Okay, is submitted as of now give false, so put comma here also, and yeah, inside this just close this. So now I hope guys we will be able to see our form. So now refresh the page, go to the browser and refresh the page first. Yeah, now we are able to see our form. Okay, because we have defined all the things. Okay, we have defined all the things. So just uncomment this also, and just uncomment this also, just uncomment this also, and just uncomment this p also, and now just uncomment this p also, and now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page and see if this works. Okay, yeah, it is working now. So now everything is fine, everything is cool. So guys, as of now, let me just hit the submit button and let's see what happens. Okay, so just hit the submit button. Yeah, as of now guys, you can see here our page is being refreshed. As you can see here guys, whenever I am hitting the button submit, our page is being refreshed. Okay, see guys, whenever I am submitting the form, our page is being refreshed. Okay guys, watch carefully. Okay, so now I am hitting the button submit. See guys, our page is being refreshed. Okay, our page is being refreshed. Okay, so guys, just to prevent this, okay, we have to go in the code, and just to prevent this guys, we have to write here in the form. Okay, on the form element we have to write something to prevent. Okay, and guys, trust me, it is very easy, and like very you will be able to understand it very carefully. Okay, so guys, on the form field, so whenever submit event will occur, so at the rate submit. So guys, as you all know, at the rate is a shorthand for v on. Okay guys, at the rate is a shorthand for v on. Okay, so whenever submit dot prevent default. Okay, prevent, and I will define a method also here. So submit form. Okay, so we will define this method later on in our view.js code. Okay, so guys, as of now I have given at the rate submit dot prevent, and we have to define this method inside our view.js code. So guys, now save your code, go to the browser, and now remove this question mark from here, and refresh the page, and now guys, try to hit the button submit. Okay, and then see what happens. See guys, boom guys, now our page is not being refreshed. Okay, whenever guys I am hitting the button submit, now our page is not being refreshed because we have prevented the default behavior of this form. So guys, default behavior of the form is that whenever you will hit the button submit, it is going to submit the data to the URL. Okay, like in the action attribute, whatever URL you will like specify, whatever URL you will provide in the action attribute of the form, this form is gonna be there. Okay, so guys, this is the default behavior of a form, to refresh, to submit the data on the specified URL, specified attribute of the action. Okay, so now guys, whenever I am hitting the button submit, our form is not being refreshed. Okay, so see guys, now our form is not being refreshed. Okay, and I have prevented this kind of behavior, this default behavior of the form, by using at the rate submit dot prevent. Okay, so guys, dot prevent is used to prevent form default behavior. Okay, so default behavior is it will go to the specified URL in the action attribute. Okay, so I have prevented this using at the rate submit dot prevent, and we have to define this method inside our view.js code. Okay, so guys, now we have to write something also here guys. So we have to create v model. Okay, so guys, as you all know, what is v model. Okay, so guys, I have already explained you, v model is used in two-way data binding inside the view.js. Okay, so guys, v model is only used on input type, select box, and radio button and checkbox. Okay guys, always remember, v model is used to bind two-way data binding inside the form field to our view.js instance. Okay, guys, always remember V model is used in two-way data binding, and it is used to bind your input field, your select box, your radio button to the Vue.js code. Okay, so guys, now here also I am gonna write V model. Okay, so give V dash model equal to, I will write double curly braces and just copy this, guys. Okay, and we have to paste it on each and every input field. Okay, so just copy it here and just paste it here. Okay, just copy it here and paste it here also, and just copy here. Okay, yeah, V model is also already here, and V model is already here, form data dot course. Okay, so guys, now we have to define our V model also. Okay, so guys, now we have to define our V model also. So I am gonna copy this form data from here. So guys, what we will do, this form data dot username. Okay, this form data dot email for the input field type email, this form data dot mobile for the input type mobile, this form data dot password for the input type password. Okay, so I am gonna go into the code and put here form data dot username. Okay, dot username, and put here form data dot what is this, mobile. Okay, so let me just mobile. So form data dot mobile. Okay, and put this here, form data dot email, form data dot email. Okay, so email, and here also put form data dot password. Okay, dot password. So guys, now as you can see here, guys, this input field. Okay, this input field. Okay guys, and this input field. Okay, this input field and this input field. Okay, and this radio button, and this select course is now, guys, have been attached to this form data. Okay, to this form data, guys. Okay, so guys, now we have bind this form to this Vue.js by using form data dot username, form data dot email, form data dot mobile, form data dot password, form data dot gender, form data dot course. Okay, so guys, that's why we use V model in two-way data binding inside the Vue.js, and it will only work on input type, password, text, or select box, radio button, as well as checkbox only. Okay, otherwise it is not going to work on any div span or img element. Okay, so now just save your code, go to the browser and just refresh your page. Okay, so guys, now as you can see here, nothing is here. Okay, so guys, you said that V model is used to two-way data binding. Okay, so guys, I will explain you how it is used in two-way data binding. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, we have got the form data dot username as a object. So guys, put here something here. Okay, put something here at the rate email gmail.com. okay, put something here number. Okay, put something here password. Okay, and put something here female. Okay, female, and put something here course history. Okay, course history. So history. So guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, now refresh the page, guys, and see the magic. See, boom, guys. Okay, our form field have been pre-filled. Okay, our form field have been pre-filled. Okay, because I told you this form field, all the radio button checkbox. Okay, all the radio button checkbox is binded in the two-way method by using this V model. Okay, by using this V model, okay, by using this V model, this V model. Okay, so guys, that's why we are able to see our input field, our form input field pre-filled. Okay, because I have defined here. Okay, in this user or form data object, we have defined username, email, mobile number, password, gender, and course as well. Okay, so that's why we are able to see Okay, so guys, as you can see here, so now let me just guys show you one more thing here, so that guys you will be able to understand. So see guys, just copy this from here. Okay, just copy this from here, and below this, okay, below this put double curly braces, and put this also. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so see guys, now we can edit it, and you will be able to see whatever you will write, you will be also able to see. So which means guys, whenever you are changing this input field, okay guys, whenever you are changing this input field, okay, this form data is also going to be updated simultaneously at the same time. Okay, so at the same time, so just copy this, just to show you guys, just to give you example, just to give you demo. So guys, just copy this form data dot mobile and just replace this username to mobile and just paste it here, and now refresh the page. Okay, so guys, now we are able to see this also, and we will able to see our number also. Okay, our number also. Okay, so guys, what I want to explain you, what I want to depict you by using this. Okay, so guys, whatever you will write inside this input field, guys, whatever you will enter data inside this input field, it is gonna update this form data object at the same time simultaneously also. Okay, so guys, now just remove this. This was just for the demo purpose. I hope guys you are getting me what I am teaching you here. Okay, because guys, as you all know, my motto is to give you in-depth knowledge, in-depth details about anything, about any what can I say, coding or information. Okay, so just go here, and we have to remove this also, because initially it will be empty. We don't want our input field to be filled initially. Okay, so guys, we don't want our input fields to be initially filled. That's why guys, I have kept this as a empty. Okay, you only think, no guys, like how a user is going to fill any data into the input field, into the input field or into the input box if it is already filled. Okay, so initially guys, we have to keep our all the input fields empty. Okay, so that's why I have created here form data object as a empty. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. So now we won't be able to see anything initially. So guys, now we have to go inside our view.js and we have to write our code. Okay, so guys, now just pay attention carefully guys, because now I am gonna write some more complex, some more logic in view.js. Okay, so guys, now we have to create our method. Below this, we have to create our methods. And guys, as you all know, method is the collection of function or what can I say, method. Okay, so create methods and give colon and open and curly braces. Okay, so guys, now we are gonna create our this method guys. Which method guys? This method. Okay, here this method. Okay, so now we are gonna create our method. So submit form, and so submit form. First of all, we will check that every input field is filled correctly or not. Okay, so guys, first of all, we will check that every input field like username, mobile number, email, password, gender and select box have been correctly filled or not. Okay, so I am doing that now. So create a method first, validate. Okay, validate form. So open and curly braces, and now we will say this. Okay, this dot errors equal to, as of now, give empty. Okay, give empty, and I will add the comment also. So clear previous error. Okay, so clear previous errors. Okay, if there is any errors guys already, so we have to clear this. So now we will check if, we will check if, okay, we will check if guys, let me guys explain you here also. So guys, whenever I will say this dot error, okay, I will refer to this error. Guys, whenever I will say this dot form data, I will refer this form data. Whenever guys I will say this dot username, I will refer this username. Whenever I will say this dot email, I will refer this email. Whenever I will say this dot mobile, I will refer this mobile. Whenever say I will whenever I will say this dot password, I will refer this password. Whenever say this dot gender, I will refer this gender. Whenever say I will this dot course, I will refer this course. And whenever say I will this dot submitted form data, I will refer this form data, this submitted form data. And whenever I will say this dot is submitted, I will refer this is submitted. Okay, so guys, now here also I am referring this dot errors, so I am referring this errors. Okay, so now I will say also does not equal this dot, okay, this dot form data dot username, okay, dot username, okay, dot username. So we will say, yeah, we will say this dot errors dot username, okay, equal to, we will say this dot error name equal to, okay, username. So username is required, okay, username is required. And close this. And else if I will also check, okay, if I will also check this dot form data dot username, okay, this dot form data dot username dot length, okay, dot length is less than 3, okay, is less than 3. So we will also say this dot errors dot username, okay, this dot errors dot username equal to that username must be at least, okay, 3 characters, okay, at least 3 characters. Okay, so okay, so now I will write the comment here also, guys, for you only. I will write the comment also. So just write the comment, validate rule for the user name field, okay, username field. Yeah, so now just and below this I will create another. So I will write also comment here just for you. And just below this write the comment that validation rule for password field, okay, validation rule for email field, okay, email field, okay, email field. So I will say if does not equal to, okay, does not equal to this dot form data dot email, okay, then we will say that this dot errors dot email, this dot errors dot email equal to we will say equal to that email that email field is required, okay, email is required, okay. And close this. Else if, okay, else if we will say does not this dot, okay, does not this dot is valid, okay, is valid. So is valid email, okay. And later on we will define this method also, so we will say this dot form data dot email, okay, form data dot email. And we will say that this dot errors dot email equal to equal to invalid email format. Okay, invalid email format. So guys, we have to define this. Okay, we have to define this method also, guys. Okay, so we will later on we will define this method also. So put in what, like what can I say, semicolon. So and now I will write also comment. So just write the comment also here for the, so yeah, so below this just paste it here, and just write the comment also, validation rule for I will give mobile. Okay, mobile field. Okay, so mobile field. So now just go down a little bit and put if, and we will say if does not equal this dot this dot form data dot mobile. Okay, this dot form data dot mobile. Then we will say open and curly braces, and then we will say okay, this dot errors dot mobile, this dot error dot mobile equal to, we will say that mobile is required. Okay, and else if we will say else if that does not equal to this dot is valid mobile is valid mobile. Okay, later on we will define this method also, guys, and we will say this. Okay, we will say this dot form data dot mobile. Okay, then we will also say this dot for this dot errors dot mobile. Okay, equal to invalid mobile number format. Okay, we will say invalid mobile number format. Okay, invalid mobile number format. Okay, so just semicolon, and now we will say for the password. Okay, so just copy this comment from here and just go down and just paste it here. Okay, just paste it here, and we will write the rule also for password field. Okay, for password field. Okay, so we will say if, okay, we will say if does not equal to this dot form data dot password. Okay, so password, so open and closing curly braces, and we will say this dot errors dot password. Okay, equal to, we will say that password is required. Okay, password is required, semicolon, and else if we will say else if, okay, else if we will say does not equal to this dot is valid, or we will say else if we will say, okay, else if this dot form data dot password. Okay, password dot length. Okay, password dot length is less than 8. Okay, is less than 8 character. Then also we will display the error that this dot errors dot password, this dot errors dot password equal to, okay, this dot errors dot password equal to password must be at least 8, okay, 8 characters. Okay, 8 characters. So semicolon, and else if, again we will say else if okay, does not equal to this, so negation of this dot is valid password. Okay, is valid password. So guys, this is the method. We have to later on define this all this method. Okay, we have to define all these methods later on. Okay, in the view. Okay, so we will say this dot form data, we will say this dot form data dot password. Okay, we will say this dot form data dot password, and we will also say that this dot errors dot password equal to, we will say that password must contains okay, a combination of alpha, okay, alpha numeric characters. Okay, alpha numeric characters and semicolon, and now we will also check for the gender. Okay guys, we will also check for the gender, so we will also say if, so guys this is for the gender, so we will also say if does not equal to this dot form data dot, what we will say, gender. Okay, then also open and closing curly braces, and we will say this dot errors dot gender, gender equal to, we will say gender is required also, gender is required. Okay, and put semicolon, and I'm gonna also test for the courses. Okay, so if negation of this dot form data dot course, okay, course, so we will also say open and curly braces, that we will say this dot errors dot course, and we will say equal to course is required. Okay, please select a course. Okay, please select a course. Okay, so put semicolon. So guys, as you can see here, so just close this, so put comma here. So guys, as you can see here, whenever we will have any error in the form that user is not filling the input field box, user have not filled the like a username, user has not filled the password field, user has not choose the gender, user has not selected any course. Okay, so guys, whenever we will encounter any kind of error in the form, so guys, at the same time we will also insert this error. Okay, insert this error into our error, okay, into our errors object. Okay, so guys, whenever we will encounter any such error into the form field, that username is not filled, password is not filled, gender is not selected, course is not selected. Okay, so guys, what I am doing here, I am doing here this dot username, and I will I am also assigning these errors. Okay, I am also assigning, guys, this error to this errors object. Okay, so guys, this will this will contains all the error object inside this errors. Okay, and later on we will check, and if we will have 0, if we will have length 0, which means, guys, the form is filled correctly, and we will let our user submit the form. Okay, so now guys, we will also we will also do the we will also define this method also, this method. So submit form, this method submit form, so just copy it from here and go here, and below this we have to define also. Okay, and we will check first, guys, that return, I am writing in the comment also here, return true if okay, if there are no errors indicating indicating that form is valid. Okay, so form is valid. Okay, so guys, I have already explained you. So whatever error we will be encounter, we will be able to assign into this errors object. And guys, whenever we will have length, whenever guys we will have length of this errors object 0, which means our form have been filled correctly, because we don't have anything into this errors object, which which indicates that form is filled correctly and all the input field have been filled correctly. So we will let our user submit the form. Okay, so guys, now we are doing that only. So just below this I will say return. So I will say return. So we will say object dot keys. Okay, so guys, as you all know, inside our array, or like object, we have keys and we have value also. Okay, so guys, if we have key, then we must have a value. If there is no key, which means the length of this error object is 0, and which means our form have been filled correctly. All the details have been filled correctly into the input field of the form, and then we will let the user submit the form. Okay, peacefully. So now we will say object dot keys equal like a parenthesis this dot errors. Okay, this dot errors dot length. Okay, if it is equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, which means there is no errors at all, and we will just return. Okay, so guys, from here it will return true. Okay, from here guys it will return true. Here we will also have the true. So we will just call this function validate, and it will return true, and it will return the it will let the user submit the form. Okay, so guys, now we are gonna define this method. Okay, we are gonna define this method. Okay, submit form. So just copy it from here and go down, and below this just paste it here, and we have to give parenthesis and open and curly braces, and we will check, guys. Okay, we will check first if this dot guys, this input. Okay, this method. Okay, so this dot validate form, we will check it first. This dot validate form, guys, as you can see here, if this errors object have length 0, then it will return true, and here also we will get true. Okay, because it is returning true, and here we are calling this function. Here we are calling this function, so here we will also return true, which means this if block will run. Okay, which means this if block will run. So now let me explain you guys one more thing. So guys, whatever errors we are getting, we are just populating, we are just assigning to this errors object at the same time, and here we are also checking that object dot keys this dot errors. Okay, this dot errors dot length equal to 0, which means we have 0 element inside our errors object, which shows that form have been filled correctly, all the input field have been filled correctly, so we can let our user submit the form now. Okay, and here we are just taking this dot validate form, it will return true, so that this if block of code is gonna run, and we will let the user submit the form. Okay, so now we will say, we will also put the comment here also, guys, for you also. So form is valid, handle the submission now. Okay, handle the submission here now. Okay, so guys, after the submission we can show the user output, we can show the result also, that you have filled this kind of details into your input field into your form. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, form is valid, handle, so handle the submission here now. Okay, so guys, now just pay attention, because here I am gonna writing a very important code also. So we will say here, we will say this dot is submitted equal to true. Okay, we will say here is submitted equal to true. Okay, so guys, as of now we have given here is submitted false. Okay, as you can see here guys, we have given also is submitted to false. Okay, so now we will just revert this after the submission of the form. We will just revert this to true and we will let the user submit the form. Okay, so now just we will just alert the user also that uh, form submitted successfully. Okay, so form submitted successfully. Okay, form submitted successfully, and just close this. And okay, so yeah, just for the checking guys, just for the checking purpose. Okay, just for the checking purpose, just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page and try to hit the button without putting anything into the input boxes. Okay, so hit the button now. See guys, boom guys, username is required. Okay, mobile number is required. So guys, just give me 1 second. Okay, just give me 1 second, and I'm gonna just go to copy this class, error class, and just define little bit CSS also. So just go to the head section, create a style sheet and put this error class and give color as red. Okay, give color as red. Now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so now hit the button submit. See, boom guys, our code is working. Username is required, mobile number is required, password is required. Okay, and gender is required, and select course is required. So guys, we are not getting any error on the email field. Okay, as you can see here, we are not getting any error on the email field, so we have to check it also. So what is the error? So email, yeah, this dot errors. Okay, this dot errors dot email. Okay, so email is required. Why guys, we are getting the password error also but not email. Okay, okay guys, as you can see here, I have written the wrong spelling of email. Okay, so I have written here wrong spelling of error email. Okay, so just revert this. So email. Okay, yeah, it is right guys. Email is right, no issue at all guys. Okay guys, let me just check into the UI form. Okay, so check into the UI form. Okay, as you can see guys, it is already commented, so this error is already commented here. That's why we are not able to get any error into the email field. Okay, so just uncomment this code. So now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, now try to hit the button. See, boom guys, username is required, mobile number is required, email ID is required, password is required, gender is required, and select course is required. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna fill all the details. So just select this. Okay, just remove this, give admin only. Okay, and give number this. Okay, give the email address also, give the password also as alphanumeric. So as you can see here guys, I have given here alphanumeric. Okay, as you can see here guys, we are able to see the password. I have given here alphanumeric. Okay, and just select the male gender and just select the course also as a science, and now try to hit the button submit now. So guys, we are not getting any alert, but we are not getting also any error also. Okay, so okay guys, we have to define this. Okay, we have to define this method is valid email. Is valid email is not defined. Okay, so we have to define this what can I say, methods also. Okay, we have to define this methods also, then we can only check that our form is submitted or not. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna define this function methods also. Okay, I am gonna define this methods also. So just so now I'm gonna define this methods also. So let me just put comma here, and we will define our, okay, inside the method only. So this is our methods. So okay, submitted. So now just close this, and we will define this is valid email method now. Okay, is valid email method. So just yeah, paste it here and give email. Okay, give email as a parameter. And guys, let me just okay guys, rather than defining, let me just copy from the previous example, and I will explain you each and everything in details. Okay, so guys, in this way this will save a lot of time also. Okay, this will save a lot of time also. So just copy this from here. So just copy this from here, and I will explain you. So just go here, and below this, okay, below this just paste it. Okay, below this just paste it, and I will explain you. Don't worry, it is nothing guys. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, I have defined, I'm defining is valid email. Okay, is valid email. I am passing an email parameter. Okay, I am passing an email parameter, and I am just basic email format validation using a regular expression. Okay, so this email pattern, and this is the pattern guys, and I am returning email pattern dot test, and I will test this email parameter from here. If guys, if like email is okay, then it will return true, and then our function, this function will return true also. Okay, and now here guys also is valid mobile. Okay, so here I am also getting a parameter also as a mobile, and basic I'm see guys, I have also written the comment also here, basic mobile number format validation 10 digit. Okay, so this is the pattern guys. Okay, and I am also returning here mobile pattern dot test this parameter mobile. Okay, and it will return true if parameter, if mobile field contains 10 digit, otherwise it will return false if it does not contain 10 digit. Okay, and here also I am checking is valid password, and here also I am taking password as a parameter, and I am saying password must contain a combination of alphanumeric character. Okay, so guys, this is the pattern I am using just to check if the password field contains alphanumeric characters or not. Okay, as you can see here, this is for 0 to 9, and this is for a small case to capital, small to capitalize, and here also checking also that it should contain all the alphanumeric characters as well. Okay, and I am returning here also password pattern dot test password. Okay, and guys, we are calling all these functions. Okay, we are calling all these functions, okay, here also. Okay, inside our if, just to check that this form data dot password contains alphanumeric character also or not. Here also I am checking mobile number, is your mobile number is valid or not, that it is of length 10 or not. If it is of if its length is less than 10, then we will alert the user that invalid mobile number format. And here guys also is valid email address. We are also checking this dot form data dot email, and we will also alert the user that invalid email format. Okay, so just correct this, and then only you will be able to submit your form. Okay, so guys, now just save your code. Okay, just save your code, go to the browser, and now try to refresh the page. Okay, so now we don't have any error. So now just cut the console and try to fill the form first, and then see what happens. We are getting alert or not. So just give alphanumeric character, select the mail, and select the course also as history, and hit the button now, submit. Okay, and see. Okay, so password must be of at least 8 characters. Okay, so password must be of at least 8 characters. Yeah, it is giving us error, guys. So it is showing that password must be of 8 characters, we have although we have given password of length more than 8 character. Okay, so we have to mobile, so just go to the password. So yeah, this dot we have to check, guys, password length. Okay, so this, okay guys, okay, just remove this negation from here. So now we will say this dot form data dot password dot length is less than 8 or not. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser, and now try to fill all the details first, and give mobile number also, give email also, give password also, this only, and select the mail and select the course, this time science, and now try to hit the button. See, boom guys, we got our alert that form is submitted successfully. Okay, see guys, now our code is working fine, and we are also getting the error also, we are getting also success message also on the valid form submission. Okay, so that your form is submitted successfully. And guys, now we will display all the users, whatever users have been, whatever details have been entered by the user, we will also display all the users on the screen. Okay, so just hit the button OK, just go to the code, and guys, we have not cleared the form also, so we will clear the form also. Okay, so just go here, and inside this, guys, submit form, inside this submit form methods, we have to write something. Okay, we have to define something now. So inside this, guys, what we will say, alert the user. And guys, now I am gonna write the comment also. Guys, just pay attention, guys, because from here you're gonna definitely learn something new, something unique, something extraordinary. Okay, trust me guys, you have not watched this kind of, trust me guys, you haven't watched this kind of tutorials before, so that it will teach you a complete form validation using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, just be here and watch the entire video, and please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, if you like this video, if you have learned if you have something learned, guys, from this video, please guys, do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, and please give this video a thumbs up, and share this video among your friends, among your colleague, among your group also, so that they will be also learning how to create a full functional form validation by using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now let's get back to the code editor, and let's write something unique, something awesome. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna write the comment also. Store the submitted form data. Okay, form data. So guys, now here we are going to store whatever details, whatever information have been filled by the user in the form. We are going to store it, and we are going to display it after the form submission, after the form clearance also. Okay guys, see guys, after the form clearance also, we are going to display the user details. Okay, so just watch here, so just be here and watch the entire video, guys, first. Okay, so guys, I have promised you that from this video you're gonna learn something, unique from this video. Okay, I have already promised you. Okay, so just be here and watch the entire video, guys. Okay, so guys, this, I will say this dot submitted form data. So guys, I will say this submitted form data. As you can see here, I have already created an object, store submitted form value or data. Okay, as you can see here, guys, I have already created an empty object, okay, of submitted form data, and now we are going to store all the information inside this empty submitted form data object, and later on we will display it on the UI to the user that you have entered this information in your form. Okay, so just copy this from here, and as you can see, guys, here this is an empty like object, okay, and we will store all the information submitted by the user here in this submitted form fill empty object, and we will display later on this object on the UI to the user. Okay, So just copy this submitted form data from here, and we will say this dot submitted form data equal to username, okay, equal to username equal to this dot, okay, this dot form data, we will say this dot form data dot username, okay, and semicolon. Okay guys, so guys, now what we are doing here, so this is the form data and this is the submitted form data, okay, and as of now it is an empty object. And now guys, what we are doing here, we are just storing each and everything inside this submitted form data object. Okay, so guys, what I will do here, this dot submitted form data dot username equal to this dot form data dot username. Okay guys, this dot form data dot username, this dot form data dot email, this dot form data dot password, this dot form data dot gender, and this dot form data dot course. We will try to assign each and everything inside this submitted form data object, okay, and we will display to the user also. Okay, so guys, just be here and watch the entire video, because I promised you will learn something from here, from this video. Okay, so guys, now again this dot submitted form data dot email equal to this dot form data dot email, okay, dot email, put in like semicolon. We will say also this dot submitted form data dot we will say mobile, and equal to, we will say this dot form data dot mobile, okay, we will say mobile, okay, semicolon. We will say also this dot submitted form data dot password, okay, password equal to, I will say this dot form data dot password, okay, dot password. So dot password semicolon, and I will also say this dot form data dot gender, okay, dot gender equal to, I will say this dot form data dot gender, okay, dot gender, and semicolon. I will also say this dot submitted form data dot course equal to this dot form data dot course, okay, dot course semicolon. Okay, and guys, now we will clear all the input field also. So after guys, after storing all the details, all the user details inside this form data, okay, inside this form data object, now guys, we will clear also all the input fields also. Okay, so now I'm gonna write the comment also here. So I'm gonna write the comment for you guys. So clear the input field also, fields also. Okay, so guys, now what we will say, I will say guys, just copy this from here. Okay, just copy this from here, just to save guys a little bit time, crucial time. So guys, just delete this, we don't require this, so just delete this guys, just to save our time. And I hope guys you are getting me what I am doing here. Please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. And please guys, do share this video among your friends, with your colleague, with your group also, so that they will be also learning how to create this kind of dynamic form validation script using Vue.js. Okay, so guys, I will do equal to empty, okay, I will do equal to empty string. So just copy this from here and give space, paste it here, 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 and give space and paste it here. And guys, else we will say else that we will alert the user also, we will alert the user that form contains, okay, contains errors, okay, form contains errors, please rectify the errors first. Okay, please rectify the errors first. Okay, so put semicolon. So guys, our code is almost ready, guys. We are almost done, we are almost ready. So guys, now I hope guys I have teach you, I have explained you guys each and every step what I did here, because for you guys I have also written comment also, and it takes a lot of time also, so that guys my video is so large, because guys I try to explain you each and every details from this course, from this session. Okay, so guys, now I hope I am clear, and I hope guys you have learned something from this video. So guys, our code is ready and to be tested. Okay, so guys, now just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay guys, first of all just give some time also guys. Sorry guys, it is almost ready, but we have to display the user also that you have submitted this data. Okay, and how we are going to display guys that user that you have submitted this form data, these fields into the form data. Okay, so guys, we have to do that also. Okay, so guys, just to do that guys, just to save our time, I'm gonna into the example, and just guys copy this from here, and I will explain you guys each and everything. It is really easy, and just paste it here. Okay, so guys, here I'm as you can see a comment also, conditional rendering based on the form submission status. Okay, so guys, now here we are checking if it is submitted. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, as of now I have given it submitted false. Okay, so guys, as long as this will remain false, okay guys, as long as this is submitted will remain false, we are not able to see this section. Okay, we are not able to see this section guys. Okay, because I have given here guys a if is equal to is submitted, and as of now guys is submitted is false, so we are not able to see if there is any error, there is any single error in the form. Okay, so guys, after the form, after the like form validation, that's why I have given here also, this dot is submitted to true. And guys, now as you all know, our form have been already tested that there is no error. Okay, inside this like form validation only, then only I have make this this dot is submitted equal to true, because our form is like submitted successfully. All the details, all the information have been filled by the user correctly, all the details are correct and good, then only I have made this this dot is submitted to true. So now guys, we will be able to see this section also, because after the form submission our is submitted has become true. Okay, and now as you can see, I have given conditional rendering. As you can see here, conditional rendering based on the form submission status, and I have given here v if equal to is submitted. And now after the submission of form, form is valid, all the details have been valid, have been filled by the user is valid. So now we will say this to true, and we will display the success message also, success message that form submitted successfully. Here is the user details, and here guys I have created a UL, and I have given ULI, and inside this there is a strong element, username, password, email, and username, number, email, and password also. And guys, I am taking here submitted form data dot username. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, this is the submitted form data dot username will be username, because I have already told you guys, I have already stored inside this submitted form data that this dot username equal to this dot form data dot username. Okay, so guys, whatever user will enter inside the username field, it will come into this form submitted data object. Whatever email user have been filled inside this inside this user input field, it will come into the submitted form data object. Whatever mobile number user have been filled into the mobile number field, it will come into the submitted form data object. Whatever password user have been filled into the password field, it will come into the submitted form data, and we are also storing this, and it will also come, gender also will come into the submitted form data, course will also come into the submitted form data, and we are also storing this, as you can see here comment guys, store the submitted form data into the into this submitted form data object, okay, into submitted form data object. And now we are also extracting, we are also getting data from this submitted form data, okay, submitted form data here, okay, here guys, okay, submitted form data here, okay. So just copy this 2 times, and we have to display the gender also, and we have to display the course also, okay. So give gender, put gender, and put course also, and put gender here also, okay, gender here also, gender, and put course here also, okay, put course here also. So guys, I hope guys you have understood, because guys I try to explain you each and every step what I did here, what I am doing here, every steps guys I have written here, every code I have written here, I have explained you in details, in depth, okay. So guys, I hope this code will work. So guys, our code is ready to be tested, our code is ready to be executed. So guys, we are done now with our HTML CSS part also, as well as our Vue.js part also. And now guys, save your code, go to the browser, and now refresh the page. Yeah, so guys, now try to put each and everything. First of all, try to hit the button without entering anything into the any of the input fields, okay. So now submit the button, submit now. See guys, we got the alert, form content errors, please rectify the error first. So hit the button, okay. See, boom guys, username is required, mobile number is required, email ID is required, password is required, gender is required, as well as course is also required, okay. So now I am gonna fill the form with exact details. So just admin, give mobile number this, give email address this, okay, and put password also this, select the mail and select the course also. I am gonna select the math. So now guys, I hope this will work. So now submit the button. See, boom guys, form submitted successfully. Now hit the button okay, and see the magic, okay. So guys, finger crossed. See, boom guys, see, form submitted successfully. And here guys, we are also able to see the details, whatever details user have been filled into the form, okay. So guys, here user details, username is admin, mobile number is this, email is this, password is this, gender is male, and course is math, okay. And see guys, we have also cleared the input field also. And guys, also we are able to see the details of the user after the clearing of the input field also. Guys, how is this possible guys? How this happens guys? This happens because of this, because of this submitted form data object, okay, because of this submitted form data object guys. Because before clearing of the form, I am storing all the details of the user inside this submitted form data: user name, user email, user mobile, user password, user gender, and user course also. Guys, each and everything I am storing inside this submitted form data before the clearing of the form. So guys, as you can see here, this submitted form data is an object, and as of now it contains 0 element, it contains nothing. So guys, before clearing of the form, I am storing all the user details inside this form submitted form data object. And now here I am clearing the input box. So guys, that's why we are able to see user details after the clearance of the input fields also, okay. So guys, now refresh the page and try to submit different form with different user details, okay. So refresh the page now. Yeah, so now give Prabhat Pandit. As you all know guys, my name is Prabhat Pandit, and give this mobile number, and give, I am gonna go and putting the email address as prabhat@yahoo.com. I'm gonna give the password also 123456 and PR, okay, PRBHAT, because guys, as you all know, password field should contain alphanumeric character. So I am gonna hit the mail, and I am gonna select the course as a science, okay. So guys, now as of now, let me just remove this, okay. Let me just remove this alphabet character from here, okay. And guys, now try to hit the button submit, okay. And then see, if it throws any error or not. Okay, so just hit the button now. See guys, form contains error, please rectify the error first. See, boom guys, the password must be of 8 character, so put 78. As of now guys, as you can see here, all these characters are numbers only. So now try to hit the submit button. See, form contains errors, please rectify the errors first. Okay, so hit the button. Okay, see guys, boom guys, password must contains a combination of alphanumeric characters. Okay, so we have to put some alphabet character also, so put pp here. So guys, now our form is ready to be submitted because we have correctly filled all the data, all the details to all the respective input fields. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna hit the button submit now. Yeah, finger crossed. So now hit the button submit. See, boom guys, form submitted successfully. So hit the button. Okay, see guys, boom guys, form submitted successfully. User details, username Prabhat Pandit, and this is the mobile number, this is the email address I have already entered, this is the password 1234567 and pp, and gender is male, and course is science. Okay, see, boom guys, our form is working super fine. And guys, this is guys 100% validated. Okay, so our form is being 100% validation. Okay, and guys, we are able to achieve this kind of validation by using Vue.js. Okay, as you can see here, learn complete form validation in Vue.js. So guys, I hope we have come to the end of this session. We have come to the end of this tutorial guys. So guys, if you still have any doubt, any query in your mind, please guys feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I will clear all your doubts, all your queries regarding this video, regarding this tutorials. Okay, so guys, I hope guys you have learned something from this video. If you feel guys you have learned something from this video, please guys give it a thumbs up, and please share this video among your friends, among your colleagues, among your group also. Okay, and please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. Okay, and please guys like all my videos, so that it will give me the confidence, it will give me the motivation to make awesome videos on each and every topic of web development as well as full stack development also. Okay, so guys, now I hope we have come to the end of this session. So see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. This is Prabhat Pandit signing off now. Okay, so bye bye guys.